Um, so again, green is blue. So goal number one as a beginning trader is that you want to grow your account, guys. All right. That's still my goal. I'm still not even in the mindset of I want to be making $1,000 a week because, I'm still focusing on constantly growing my account, constantly growing my account by 10 pips a day, 10% a day of whatever my account is at. That's still my main goal. I believe that I can call a trade tonight for myself, that I could probably double my account, but I risk, taking the big chunk of my account right now. That's something I'm not prepared to do. And it's something that a lot of us aren't prepared to do. We just don't even realize it, or we try not to tell ourselves that, or we try to prove something to people in the group that we're better traders or whatever, who got the bigger balls or the biggest tips, whatever it is. We just try to have more ego than the next person, and that also causes us to lose money. So grow your account. Grow your account. Don't do things to go against that. Try to grow your account as much as you can in the beginning so that when you do start trading more effectively and you do have more confident strategy, you have a bigger account size to use a bigger lot size. Now you're using proper risk management in order to win more money. Okay, you're not gambling. You're not using gambling methods to win more money. You're using risk management, proper trading methods to win you more money. Proper methods that somebody who teaches finance and financial development, a real trader would use, not a gambler in the casino. All right, you want to know what that line is between you being a gambler and you being a trader. You being the knowledgeable trader that you take your education to do. A lot of us have gone through basics 1 through 4 of IML Academy, and we completely ignore it as soon as we enter a trade. I know it's true because I still do. Sometimes I enter a trade and for some reason I ignore whatever my confirmations are and I just jump in early, prematurely, and I end up losing money. And I know exactly why it is because I know my strategy. So grow your account. Growing your account moves on to my next topic, which is an overview of cashing out as a beginning trader. All right. When you're starting off, it goes to that same point. Green is blue. What I refer to as green is blue is, when we're all MetaTrader 4 and we're up on our trade, you're in profit. When you're in profit, the numbers are blue. The profits are blue. When you're negative, numbers are red. When you're broken even, it's black, or you're not in the trade. So, sometimes, we'll probably have a lot sizing and we'll be up like 10 to 20 pips. And we're on the trade that we kind of don't understand, and we're in a trade that, we'll probably be in the trade for like 2 hours, and you've been up $10, $15 in profits for like 2 hours. Sometimes as a beginning trader, especially when you're trying to grow your account, just take your profits. You know what I'm saying? I know it's dope to catch the whole move, but, you can trade every day. The trade's not going nowhere. The market's not going nowhere. Take your profits, so that you can send some real results of you being up. If you're all in blue, you're going to want to send your profits. If you take dollar profits 10 times a day, you're up $10, cool. It doesn't matter. At least you didn't lose $10. At least you're not going through, damn, I just lost $50. I just blew half my account. At least you're up. If you're up, you're not down. You know what I'm saying? You have to be satisfied with what you're doing. The goal is to grow your account. Facts. Gerardo said facts. Does everybody know how to take partial profits? So I don't believe everybody do, Gerardo. I've actually had some private talks with some people, and they don't know the concept of taking partial profits. So, that's going to lead to my next topic. So, just to wrap up the first one, cash out when you're up, as a trader. If you have a $100 account, $50 account, and you're cashing out on five trades a day at $2 or $3, you're growing your account by a steady 10 or 15 bucks. At the end of the week, you just gain 50% to 100% of the account that you started with. Now you can double your lot sizes. You see what I'm saying? That's a proper strategy for gaining more money in Forex. So it leads to my second topic, which is catching the big move properly. Okay? So, this I'm going to use my chart to go over you guys. So De La Cruz just joined yesterday, I think. So I doubt he knows the concept of taking partial profits. But but what it is, De La Cruz, though, is a strategy where you can close out your profits. So like say you're in a big trade and you have a certain lot size, and you can cash out half of your trade and stay in the same trade, but only at half of the size. So you can cash out and still remain in the trade at the same entry that you was in. What it does is that it's securing profits and is also minimizing risks for the current trade that you're in. So it's a strategy that we use when we're up so that we can make sure that we're securing profits and we're up in the trade and we don't go negative. So I'm going to go over the concept of taking partial profits with you guys. And this is what it is. All right. I'm going to try to dumb it down and explain it as simply as I can. So this is pretty much what it is, right? All right. So let's say that I'm in this trade, right? Can everybody see my screen? Can y'all drop a fire if y'all can see my screen? Sometimes it don't go on. Just drop a fire for me real quick. All right, cool. So, all right, word. So, all right. So this is the concept of partial profits. All right. So let's say, I'm in this trade. Let's say I'm an EA, and I see it going to the top. Coming up here. Let's say I'm watching EA come up, and all right. So let's say I'm watching this is where I'm watching the market. Okay, it's coming up, and let's say, hypothetically speaking, I already have a resistance line up here. Okay, this is my resistance. It's approaching up here. So let's say that all right. Let's say this is a swipe trade. So you look at the chart, and the swipe trade guys, they set this chart right here. It's going up, and so they set a sell limit right up here, right? So this is the sell limit, okay? Let's say this is their stop loss. SL for stop loss. And let's say they usually send like 2 or 3 take profits, in Wealth Club. So let's say this is take profit 1. Okay, green, take profit 2. And let's say take profit 3 is all the way down here. All right. All right, so let's say this is a setup that swipe trades, or that Wealth Club sends out, right? or let's say, you know, you get on your own trade, okay? And so this works two ways. I'm going to explain both ways. All right, I'll explain how it could work with a swipe trade, and then I can explain how it goes about with your own trade as well, and the two methods of taking partial profits. All right, so the first one being, again, let's hypothetically say that, you know, let's hypothetically say that price is coming up here, right? Swipe trade sends you a signal, sell EA at 161.826, which is where the blue line is at. You know, set a stop loss at 1.62180 and take profit 1, 2, and 3 are the green lines below. Okay, and you're going for the sell. All right, so let me add just this text right here because I need them. So TP1. TP1. TP2. TP2 and TP3. All right. And then again, all right, so your stop loss is up. All right, cool. So let's say this is your setup, right? Again, let's say Swipe Trades, Well Club sends you a signal, somebody in the group sends you a signal, Fran sends you a signal, you know, the new guy sends you a signal, and we get in the trade, right? So you get in the sell limit, you enter the trade here, you have barely any drawback, awesome. Let's say, you know, your trade starts moving down, and it smashes through your TP1, right? So let's say your trade comes down here and it smashes through your TP1. Now, let's say you have two. So there's two ways you can do this. All right, there's two ways you can take partial profits. The first one is if you have different orders. So some people, they like to do what's called like a twin trade. You know, they refer to it as a twin trade, which is they put in the same trade at the same number or close to the same entry. And, you know, let's say you usually trade, let's say a 0.10 lot sizes, and they send three take profits. What you will do is that you will divide it by, you know, you'll do 3 trades of, you know, 0.3s. Each one for each take profit. You know what I'm saying? So let's say you put 3 take profits. Each order will have a different order. You know, you twin trade, you have 3 orders, each with a different one, each will take profit. That's the first way. The second way is you put a big order. Okay, you put one big order, a 0.10, let's say a 0.10, and then you divide the orders as you go. And I'll explain that in a minute. So let's assume you go with the first one. You have 3 orders. All right, you put in 3 sell limits, one at TP1, one to end at TP2, one at TP3, and all of them with the same stop loss. Okay, so they all get entered at the trade up here, right? The trade goes on, and it smashes your TP1. So your TP1 leaves the trade, you look at your phone, but your TP2 and your TP3 are still in the trade in profit because they still haven't left, all right? Assuming you use the same lot sizes, they'll be in the same profit. They'll both be in the same profit at the same time. So what you do in order to secure partial profits, there's 2 things you can do at this point, right? The first one is you move your stop loss. So when you move your stop loss, when it gets to TP1, there's 2 places you can move it at, all right? The first one being that you can move it to break even. So what that does for you is that now you're in a risk-free trade, and you already take profit 1 on one of your orders. So you're in a profitable trade whether the market decides to go reverse on you, or if the market continues to drop down, then you can just gain more profits. But what you do secure is that you don't lose money on this trade. All right? Again, assuming that you had a take profit one already set, you would have been profitable on one trade, and your other two orders will be open, to see which way the market moves. In this case, the market kept moving down, so it would have hit all three of your take profits. So what happens if it goes through your take profit one, and it smashes to your take profit two, and now it's down here. So what you do, once it gets around your take profit two, is that you can move your stop loss to your take profit one, or to anywhere around here. You move it to take profit one, which is probably the next level of resistance support, and then you let the trade go. Now, what happens is that you're in profit for two trades already. You already took profit in two trades. In your third trade, worst case, it can only go back to your take profit one level. So your third trade is also profitable, although the market reversed that on you at this level down here. Now you're riding the wave, kind of like in a staircase form, securing profits along the way the whole time, and giving the market also space to breathe for it to retrace but not take you out of the trade. A lot of people, they just keep their stop loss at break even and take profit on one trade. That's fine. I like to take a lot of profit, so this is a strategy I use if I have multiple orders in. So the second strategy is if you have one big order in. All right. So the second strategy, you can also use it for the first one, but the second strategy, what it is let's say you put one big lot size. You're the type of person that likes to put in a 0.5 lot size or a standard lot size because, either because you're a scalper and you only need 10, you realize you only need 10 pips to make $50, a lot size to make $500, whatever you need to satisfy you. Let's say you use bigger lot size, or even if, you are consistent 0.02, 0.01, you're using the proper minimal risk management and you're a beginner, and you decide you want to, take all three profits sent by a signal, they send take profit 1, 2, and 3, and you want to get a little bit riskier, what you do is that you put a 0.03 each, or you put a whole 0.03 in, right? So this is how you can manage that trade also to have minimal risk. You put in your 0.03, let's say either you enter market or you put the same sell limit at this level, right? You see the call, either somebody sent it or based off of your own analysis, and you decide to enter a trade and you put a bigger trade in. So obviously, if it goes in profits and the arrow rocks all the way down and the market moves in your direction, you can leave the order how it is and it can just keep smashing to you, take profits, and you could decide to get out whenever. The way I go about minimizing my risk and also taking money with a bigger lot size is, let's say I decide to do a 0.25 or let's say a 0.30, right? Instead of my typical 0.10. What I do is I enter the trade. Great. I have a little bit of drawback. And then it starts moving my direction that I want it to. It goes to my take profit one and it gets down here before it reverses right here. Right? So what I would do is that on your MetaTrader 4, when you go to the feature where you close your order, when you go to, you see all your orders in on the main page where your trades are at, and you go to close your order, there's an option where you can just close a certain amount of your lot size. So if you have a 0.10, you can minimize your lot size, or you can reduce your lot size to a 0.05. And what that does is that since you went from 0.10 to 0.05, it gives you partial profits. It gives you half of your order. Or if you take, 0.02 out of a 0.04, that's half. 0.02 out of a 0.06, that's a third of the profits that you're up. So what's that allowing you to do is allowing you to close your order with some profits and remain in the trade. Word, Ephraim. Word, yeah. I remember me and Ephraim and his brother, we went over that strategy. I think it was last week, and he said he used it today. And what it does is that not only does it give you profits, but it makes you feel safer now in the trade. You took some profits. And yeah, if it keeps going down, you risk not making the extra point zero 0.03 you closed out. But again, the whole point of risk management is walking away with profits. So again, the strategy is, you hit TP1. Let's say you're in for a point 30 like I am, or point 10. You close half the order. So you close a point, or you close a third of the order. I have 3 take profits. So of a point 30, I close a point 10 here. Boom, point 10. Let's say I'm up $30, $10 profited. I keep the remaining point 20 in. I erase my take profit and I keep watching my trade. I see it get down to take profit 2. It shoots down. What do I do is I take my profits once I see some reversal. I close another point 10. So now I'm left with the third of my order. I keep letting it rock down to my take profit 3 until it hits my take profit 3. And I can either decide to close the remaining of my point 10, which is a third of my initial sell up here, or I can close a 0.05 and keep a smaller amount for the remaining of the gain. You see what I'm saying? So now you're riding the wave and taking profits all with one order. You don't have to worry about having 3 open trades. You're just managing one trade along the whole way down. Okay, so that's how I would go about a bigger trade. So that's what, usually when the Wealth Club, or the swipe trades, they say to take partial profits, that's usually what they're trying to tell you. Is either move your stop loss into a position of profit, or close partial of your order so that you take some profits. And then they will also instruct you to move your stop loss to break even. Secure the bag and move stop loss to break even. So when they're sending that out in the chat, they're talking their lingo, but for new members, that might make no sense. But what they're actually telling you is, secure the bag, close some of your order, or at least move your stop loss into somewhere where it's over here, where it's already in profit. So if the market does reverse and we are wrong about our call, then at least we still made you some profits and we didn't lose you money. So when you take your own trades, you want to be giving yourself the same thing. If these professional traders are telling you to do these things while after they tell you to get into their trades that they're allegedly very confident about, then you should be doing the same thing with your individual trades. If not, you should be doing it much more. You should be much more focused in doing this than they are, because they're much more experienced than we are as traders, or at least as most of us. So that kind of is what I meant to say about, catching the big move properly. That's how I go about catching the big move properly, with proper risk management. And again, obviously properly could be, somebody could be on here and they might be like, yeah, but scare money don't make money. That's dope. That's dope, bro. It's awesome, and it's awesome if people believe that, and it's also true. I like to go to casino a lot. I gamble a lot, but I also like to trade and have risk management. So, in my sense, this is how I go about catching the bigger move. And I personally feel like this is the better way that newer members can go about catching a bigger move when they're in the trade and seeing profits and not seeing losses. In my opinion, this is the best way to go about it that I have seen. I have seen other people do it, and I like it. You see, Ephraim said he had an order on the point 10 today and took a 0.06 profit. You're never going to be upset at the end of the day when you look at your phone and you took a 0.06 profit. And the remaining 0.04 probably hit your break even. But you'll be upset if you lost on the whole point 10 at the end of the day and you're negative. I guarantee you that. So again, this for me works. And this for me helps me get to my next point, which is becoming a realistic, successful trader. All right. I left this for the end because I believe this is the most important point that I'm going to make today, which is pretty much has to do with the first 2 points that I said. So there's four things I think that I seen that can that can make you a more realistic, successful trader, which is being a good winner, not being a sore loser, being satisfied with realistic results, and increasing results with more knowledge and not your lot size. So, point one is being a good winner. All right, I use this before as not being a sore loser because thank you, Gerardo. Because not being a good winner usually leads to being a sore loser. One thing I am realizing more in the success I'm having, in being, in making more money and in growth in my life, not just making more money, but in growth as an entrepreneur and as, an individual, an independent individual, is, you have to be, it's harder to be a better winner than it is to be a good loser. You know what I'm saying? Because some people, they don't know how to accept compliments. Some people, they don't know how to win money. Some people don't know how to receive money. Some people don't know how they can be given money. You know what I'm saying? Some people just, either they're too shy or, they have too much ego. But the reality is that some people just don't know how to win. Some people don't know how to be successful. Some people don't know how to receive success or receive, appreciation or something like that. So you have to be a good winner. Sometimes the market gives you a good trade. Sometimes the market moves in your direction instantly and it hits the, what you said your goal was within 10 minutes, within 30 minutes, within an hour, which is compared to the usual 4-hour, 6-hour trade that you've been stuck on this whole week. And sometimes the market just gives us those trades. And what we do is that we don't take it. We're not satisfied by it. We're not good winners. We don't know how to take a strong move from the market. We don't know how to take an instant win. We're not good winners. We wait till it goes negative, until it's negative 30, and then we tell ourselves, if it only moves $10 or if it only goes to break even, that would be good enough for me, and I would leave the trade at +5 or at -5 instead of -30. So that mindset is set up for failure. Okay, you're not giving yourself a successful trader mindset. You're giving yourself a losing trader mindset. A winning trader takes his profits. A winning trader is all about that bag and withdrawing at the end of the week. A winning trader is a trader that withdraws at the end of the week consistently. And you only do that when you win. When you're a realistic trader and you can take your wins. When it hits your take profit and you're only going for 40 pips, 20 pips, and it hits your profit in 5 minutes, and you say you're going to trade a London session, and you told yourself in your head that you was going to trade all night, but it gives you your pips. Take your pips and go study, or take your pips and go sleep, or go be with your girlfriend, with your family, or with whatever. Be a winning trader for the night. Go pop some champagne, a $7 champagne. You came up on $30. Do something, but don't give it back to the market. Be a winning trader. Go live a lifestyle of a winning trader. Don't live the lifestyle of a losing trader. Don't go to bed angry, upset, mad at your girlfriend, mad at your dog, mad at yourself. Look in the mirror, telling yourself that you should change your strategy, that maybe Forex isn't for you. You're only doing that because you're allowing yourself to become a losing trader and not a winning trader. You have to be a good winner. You have to know how to win and let the market come to you. And when it does come to you, take your profits, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is really the only reason why we mark charts up. Sometimes we mark charts up like this and we enter around here. No, wait till it goes to your level. If not, then go to another pair or wait till it goes over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, be a winning trader. Sometimes it hits your TP1 and you erase it and it reverses, and you take your TP1s ends up being up here instead of right here where it was already at. Take your TP1. Be a winning trader. Send a picture to the group and allow people to see that you set up a proper trade and it hit your target. There's no point of having a target entry if you're not gonna be a closer. You know what I'm saying? What's the point? A target entry for it to go down 5 pips and for it to reverse on you and you be down 10 pips. People send you target entry, but they don't send you what happens in the aftermath unless they won. You know what I'm saying? It's not a target entry if it reverses on you, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's not a target entry. You know, so it's only a target entry if you send, you know, where it took your profits. That's really what matters. Where did you cash out at? Did you cash out here? Did you cash out here? Did you cash out here? Dope. Here, even doper. Down here, you're a savage. You know, teach me your strategies to catch bigger moves. You know, that becomes a conversation. You know, but if the conversation is how do I make money, just close over your entry point. That's as simple as it gets. But a lot of times we don't do that. We let it get over our entry point, let it reverse over to go to the losing side. That's the real math behind Forex. If you close in the opposite level that you entered, you lose money. If you close in the right direction that it went, that you said, you win money. So close in the right direction. If it hits your target, you're a savage. Be a savage every time. Close your order, have a profit, go for 10 pips, 15 pips, hit your order consistently, be known as the 5-pip lady, the 5-pip guy, the 10-pip guy, the 10-pip lady, consistently. And I guarantee you, IML will probably give you a job for being that person that can consistently catch everybody 10 pips. And if they don't, I probably will. Gio probably will. Or a leader that comes out of this group probably will. Or another leader will give you a job. If you're a consistent 10-pip earner, I will take that. Because with 10 pips, all I got to do is drop 10 standards, and that's 10 racks or $1,000 that I'm making, you know, or a standard, and I'm making more money. You know, once I got the pips, all I got to do is increase my lot size. I know how to do that. There's a plus sign on my phone. All I got to do is increase the lot size. You could give me a successful strategy to catch 10 pips. That's all I need. I don't need 30 pips. 10 pips guaranteed, I'm with that. You know, manage my account. Those 10 standards with the guaranteed 10 pips. So be a winning trader. You know, again, not being a winning trader, not being a good successful trader, not being able to be a good winning trader leads to being a sore loser. And once you get into a cycle of not being a good trader and being a sore loser, which in other words is being a good loser, then the cycle is just never going to take you into profit. It's like a rat race. You're going to keep being a bad winner and a good loser. You're going to keep being a sore loser, revenge trading, blaming everybody else, quitting IML, rejoining IML, it's going to be a bad cycle. You know, a sore loser is somebody that revenge trades. A sore loser is somebody that didn't have a plan. A sore loser is somebody that blames people from swipe trades, that blames people from the group, that blames people from Wealth Club for losing money. That's not their fault. Okay? We have a disclosure on Instagram. We made a disclosure. IML has a disclosure. Tradeblaze has a disclosure. We don't handle your money. You handle your money, bro. You handle your money, sis. You handle your money. Okay? So you being a sore loser is going to cause you to lose more money. Okay? Nobody's losing your money for you. Okay? I don't get money. I don't get mad when I lose bread. I do get mad when I lose bread, but I don't get mad at nobody else. And that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? I get mad at myself for taking somebody's trade. That's different than me getting mad. I don't get mad at people losing money because nobody lost my money. I have the finger on the trigger. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's telling me to handle my account. So, you know, being a sore loser doesn't allow you to be a good winner because you're going to just keep focusing on how not to lose and you're not going to be focused on how to win. It's a strategy for catastrophe. It's not good. All right? One of the methods of not being a sore loser that leads to being a good winner is being satisfied with realistic results, which is the key thing of becoming a realistic, successful trader, is you have to be satisfied with realistic results. Now, this is a number. This is definitely a magic number that people can create, but the magic number is something that we create individually, independently, because it's all based on the type of lifestyle that we want to live and the current lifestyle situation that we individually have. You know, I can't tell you, you know, how much I want to make in order for my survival, in order for me to maintain my bills and my living and the condition that I want to live in here in Colombia is different from somebody living in Dominican Republic and very different from somebody living in the United States. So that's why, my last talk from my first talk that I made on risk management was to not compare your results with other people, because it connects with this, because people are not going to be making the real results. You can't be in Dominican Republic and you can't be in Colombia, and starting off, especially with a language barrier, and telling yourself that you want to be making $400 a week, when $400 a week is something somebody makes in your country a month, or something you was making a month prior to trading. You know what I'm saying? It's not real, because, you're not going through the levels. Unless you've been trading for years and you got there, awesome, or months, awesome. But even not just a country, but even like, people who live in, in not so good condition that other people do. Some people, they do different things for money that earns them more money, that gives them free money to invest. Some people got families. They got, some people are younger than 25, younger than 18. Some people are 30 with big families. Some people have a wife and a daughter, and working 40, 60 hours a week, and you guys still don't have free money. I understand that. But still, though, that doesn't mean that you can't make a good amount of money to help you with your lives. You just have to make sure that you're making that goal for you. You know what I'm saying? I know for a lot of people, $100 a day is a big difference. $50 a day could be a big difference. $500 a week, which becomes $2,000 a month, which becomes $24,000 a year, is the difference between you having to go get a part-time job and being able to spend that time with your family. You know what I'm saying? You being able to be the dad that only works one job and is able to spend the rest of the time with his family, or the difference between you being the parent with no job and spending all the time you want with your family. You know what I'm saying? Or the parent with 2 jobs instead of 3. Forex can knock off those levels of stress and those levels of employment. You just got to go through the levels. It's not going to be from 0 to 1 in one day. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to do that. So being satisfied with realistic results is very important. It is the number one thing that they should tell you as soon as when they disclose Forex to you. Forex is all about being satisfied with your results. That's all it is. That's all it is. If it wasn't for the skills we can do in lining the charts up, Forex would be just like the casino. And the casino is the same thing. You're satisfied. The person leaves when they up. If they want to leave when they up, or they keep gambling till the house takes it all. Forex is the same thing. Market maker is going to take all your money. So be satisfied with your realistic results, guys. Increasing results with more knowledge, not with your lot size. Okay? Have realistic results. Okay? Give me 1 second. All right, so this is going to be the last point, and I'm going to wrap it up. Sorry for taking too much of you guys' time, but I didn't have to call with you guys yesterday, so I figured I'll just go a little bit longer today. But the last point, which wraps everything up, is increasing results with more knowledge, not with lot size. So what I mean by that is it's pretty much everything that I just went over, just summed up, and it's a better way for you to look at it. All right. Probably one of the, the biggest thing that separates Forex from trading stocks, or from investing in companies, or in any other financial instrument that you can use to invest in and make money, is that you have the power to leverage. And like any other power that you're given with, it can either make you or it can break you. You know what I'm saying? Leverage is a very powerful tool, and if not used right, it can destroy countries, masses. It can destroy anything. It can destroy your account, or it can make your account. Leverage is everything. People leverage, heroes, people, leaders, they leverage people's minds, anything. You can leverage anything for your use, what I'm trying to say. So in the fact that you have leverage with your money, it's a big tool. And understanding that concept could be very successful for you going forward. But if you don't leverage right, you can blow your money much more quicker. because not only do you have leverage, but now the people, the brokers managing your account, they also have leverage over your money. Now they could take it much quicker. That's the flip side to having the power of leverage. That also can be used against you, or you can use it against yourself. So, being able to, close out when your trade is green, and focus on growing your account and cashing out as a beginning trader. But and as a beginning trader, as you're advancing, catching the big proper move by moving your order into break even a profit, and by taking partial profits. When you do that, builds habits of you becoming a good winner and avoiding you becoming a sore loser, which leads to you also becoming more satisfied with the results that you're getting, not the results that you think you should be getting. Okay, and all of that increases the results. And with you increasing the knowledge and you keep being into successful trades, you're going to start learning how to be into trades longer, be into trades more properly. You're going to learn to manage your risk better. And in time, your account is going to be increasing, not because you're just pressing the plus size on the lock button in MetaTrader 4, which we know we can all do as a trader at any level, but because you're increasing your knowledge on how the market is going to move so you can catch a bigger trade. Or you can get in the trade more confidently, which allows you to increase your lot size. But again, it's all your results are increasing because of your knowledge, not just because of a push of a button. Okay? Like, the fact that they let you push a button is the number one tool they use against you, because they don't explain to you what really comes with every single plus size that you're adding onto your account. Every plus size should be another strategy that you should pretty much have to secure your profits. That's what you should see it. Every time you increase your lot size by 0.10, by 0.01, by any increment that, you're going to multiply it up by, it should be because you're this much more sure that your trade is going to probably move the way that it's going to. So, that pretty much wraps up what I was saying. But, if any of you guys have any questions or confused with anything I said, I'll be more than happy to go over it or to go more in depth into it. But again, I really think that these are strategies that can help you become somebody that doesn't lose money in this market and gains more money than loses it, or just somebody that's better at protecting their bag. You might see as being more of a scared trader. That's fine. But as a beginner, you should be more scared than winning. You know what I'm saying? You're not an expert. Until you are, you shouldn't think otherwise, guys. So again, I'm gonna open the floor. If you want, drop a fire and I'll unmute you. I'm not gonna mute everybody so everybody doesn't speak at the same time. But if you got a comment or question, I'll unmute you. You don't gotta write it up no more. Just let me know what you guys feel about it. Let me know what you guys feel about the talk. Let me know how you guys been going about your proper risk management. Let me know if you guys have any different strategies right now that you guys could share with the people who've been going about it. Or let me know if you guys been using the same strategies I have and how's that been going. All right, so I'm gonna unmute everybody. If you guys got anything to say, go ahead. If not, you can mute yourself again.
I think what everything we went over is definitely beneficial when you're a trader. That mindset part is definitely really appreciated that. I mean, taking profit is very important. Knowing the trade you're going into and recapping the trade while you're in it's very key also. So I definitely appreciated what you said. Risk management is a major key to staying in profit, which is what everybody is end goal is at the end of the day. So nothing but positive feedback. Great job. Very informative. I'm looking forward to next week.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate that, guys. Next week, I'm gonna be going over, practicing risk strategy with market structure. Practicing risk, how risk strategy can be used when you're in a trade, and how risk strategy could be used in order to upgrade a trade and for you to get out of a trade when you're in profit. So we're actually gonna look at more charts and how to use more risk management. We're in it. So if nobody else has anything else to say, I'm gonna end the call here. Just do me a favor, you guys drop a fire in the Trailblazer chat if you was on the call. Let everybody know what they missed out on. Let all you new traders, your downline, know that they got to be on these calls because risk management is literally the most important one. And again, we're working on having another one. So shout out to everybody for being on it, and let's continue being successful trader, guys. Until next time. Yeah, no problem, guys. Have a good one.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, anytime, guys.